pushing with
Yes, Jonathan.
See you again tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, Filbasket!
pushing with
Yes, Jonathan.
See you again tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, Filbasket! Hello and welcome to the live stream of the Sports Click Filbasket International Championship Malaysia 2022. Welcome to day 3 of the basketball action here, held right here at the MABA Stadium, Kuala Lumpur. It is a rainy Wednesday afternoon here, and this is Ming on the mic. Sitting beside me right here is Mr. Jen Reyes. Say hi, Jen.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon to everyone and to all our viewers out there. It's a bit rainy, yes, indeed.
Not a bit, man. It's been pouring down
Actually,
since. since
in the Philippines, this is
a bit.
only a little rain. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And have we got you a game right here? Adroit Sports Association versus the BGC Builders. Adroit Sports Association, of course, from the Singapore, and BGC Builders hailing right from your home country, Jen, the Philippines. Also, we're not forgetting our courtside reporter, Ms. Janine Sakao, for this game right here.
Yes, I think she has some
Pre-game.
interviews for us.
Yeah, and it's with the players of both teams. So as we wait for her report, here we go right
Welcome
now.
to our first game here at the MABA Stadium in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We have here two teams looking for their first ever victory here in this tournament. On my left, we have here Kellen Tor from Adroit Sports Association, and on my right, we have here JM Gonzalez from BGC Builders. Now, Kellen, tell me, and JM, how hungry are you to get this first win in this season?
Coming out here to Malaysia, really looking forward for a win after losing the first two. And I think in order to get it, you just got to hustle for every single ball, be aggressive on both ends on the court. And if our shots keeps knocking down, I think we should be able to get a win and walk away with it.
All right. And now, JM, what about you? How hungry are you to get this first win in this season, in this tournament, rather?
Sobrang talagang hungry na hungry yung team namin. Gusto namin bumawi ngayon. Gusto namin makuha tong panalo na to. Sana makuha namin talaga tong panalo na to.
And that's it for today. That's it for this moment. In a few moments, we will now get to the first game in this afternoon. Now back to the panel.
Thank you very much, Janine. Thank you, Kellen, as well as JM Gonzalez. Jen, you might have to translate a little bit what JM Gonzalez said right there on the interview.
All right. So basically, he was saying that they're really hungry for their first win, and hoping to see BGC Builders get their first win. Actually, both teams are winless. So
yes. Adroit Sports are 0-2, as well as BGC Builders who are 0-3. But you have to remember, this is a very short tournament where teams are playing back in BGC Builders, they're playing 4 back-to-back games. This is their 4th game in 4 days. So, are we expecting a fresh enough BGC Builders side, or, are we expecting a somewhat fatigued side from them?
I think we're gonna. The fatigue is kicking in a little bit for some of the players, as they've been playing every single day, and but that as a professional, this is their job, and you should know how to take care of your body and do the right stuff. After and pre-games, you know what I mean?
Exactly. But, as we saw right there, Tete Teodoro taking the first tree, BGC Builders have to get him going if they want to get a result here. He only got 4 points yesterday, but one of the favorite players to watch in the league, not necessarily the most efficient player, but, he plays with a lot of flair, a lot of, just sweet moves.
Yeah, I agree with you, and this is going to be a great matchup against Jonathan Wong and Tete Teodoro, maybe. So let's watch him. As we speak, Tete Teodoro getting his first 3.
Nice tree right there by Tete Teodoro, and you are right, Jonathan Wong, 36 points.
Wow, I was talking to him earlier, asking him, are you going to score 40 today or 50? But I think this guy, Tete Teodoro, this will be a fearless forecast for me. But I think this is gonna be his highest scoring ball game.
Yeah, and you know what? Like just 2 minutes into the game right now, Tete Teodoro has already, surpassed his scores yesterday already with 5 points, a 3 and a 2 inside. Good hustle there by Eduardo
40 today or
Doroteo.
50? It's a 9-0 run here for, I think, score 40 today or 50.
Jonathan Wong to Wu Qingde. Nice mid-range jumper.
Great pass right there for Jonathan Wong, not forcing the issue and waiting for his teammates.
Yeah, and for Adroit Sports, their big three, obviously, Larry Liu, Wu Qingde, as well as Jonathan Wong. They put up double digits yesterday against Harimau Malaysia in a 100-85 loss, 15-point loss, but we'll try to get back on track today.
But they were sticking right there until the end. I mean, Harimau Malaysia was a bit nervous as they brought the game down to, I think, like 8 points or 6 points.
Yeah. I mean, it was a
The last
30-point
few
lead.
minutes,
It was a 30-point lead at
Yeah.
halftime, and then they managed to bring it back to about 6 or 8 points. So their offense is nothing to scoff at as Jonathan Wong for 3!
Especially this guy, Jonathan Wong. Good ball movement right there for Adroit Sports, and Jonathan Wong wide open 3 at the corner.
And Jonathan Wong, a player that, smiles a lot while he's on the court. He's very familiar with this MABA stadium court. And a nice pass right there from Joshua Surratt. As BGC builders failed to get the deflection of the full court heave there. And Adroit Sports back on offense. Wu Qingde, the default center for Adroit Sports here. Not the biggest guy on the floor. Oh, hands it
What a
straight
lazy
to
pass
Jonathan
right
Wong.
there for BGC, and Jonathan Wong just telegraphing that pass.
Yeah, and Raymond.
Easy too.
Sorry, Raymond Matias not happy with himself right there. BGC, obviously these two teams, very focused on the 1v1 play as well as in transition right here as Jonathan Wong gets the bucket, forcing a timeout from the BGC builders. As I was saying, Jen, these two teams, if they want to get
very
a result
focused on the
here,
1v1 play.
he only got 4
BGC
points
builders
builders
captain
if they
Mark
want to get a
Dolligan,
result here.
not on the floor
he
at
only
the
moment, but they have gone to him, in the post throughout this whole tournament, trying to look to him to create some offense for them.
Yeah, I'm also surprised that the Ligon didn't start this ball game, but I'm sure we're gonna be seeing him in a few, and this is a pretty interesting start for this ball game. BGC builders with their own 9-0 run, and then now Adroit Sports making their little run also.
Yeah, and as you see, the AICC 3-point shot of the game right now made by Mr. Jonathan Wong as he comes up with the steal there as well. So playing on both ends of the court. Sage just want to take the basketball game as a basketball game, as a veteran guard. He's a good presence for a lot of the young players on the Adroit Sports squad.
Yes, and he was also saying earlier that he just wants to enjoy this game. I mean, this tournament. It's much more of like a warm-up or a practice tournament for them.
Nice pass right there.
But if they want to get away with this win, they have to pick up their defense.
Yes.
A little bit of lacking on the defensive part.
Yeah, for sure. But Eduardo Doroteo penetrating through the Adroit Sports defense on the previous possession. And Larry Liu will finish this possession here. Oh, just can't do it right there. Was wide open, driving to the rim.
Adroit needs to be more physical on the defensive end right here.
Oh, managed to save that in, but Jonathan Wong comes up with the deflection. Can't save it from going out of bounds.
Whenever it's offense time, Jonathan Wong will be everywhere.
You know, he's very similar. I was talking about this earlier. You know, to the Houston Rockets, James Harden. You know, when James Harden was in the Houston Rockets, you know, it does seem like Jonathan Wong also saves a lot of his energy for the offensive end.
Yeah. But when it comes to offense, he doesn't really save any energy. He's all out, and that's what I like about him.
Yes,
he's got an array of moves and just really a pure scorer.
Yes, and there you go, Paul Wei Hao with an open layup to the rim. Transition defense not there for BGC Builders. On that previous possession, I thought it was a shot clock violation, but no call by the referee as a three by Joshua Surratt extends this game to a 9-point lead for the BGC Builders.
This is also interesting to see, but we've seen this the last couple of games also for BGC. Joshua Surratt and Tate Teodoro in the floor at the same time.
I mean, considering that they give the BGC Builders a dual guard kind of look, dual point guard kind of look, I expect their offense to be running better, and it has worked wonders for them at the moment, you know, leading 20-13. But the defensive side, like you said, is a key element for both of these teams to snatch a win today.
But what I really want to see with BGC Builders today is that
Tate
takes the shot almost from half court. But I was saying, I want to see them more in the second half, you know, putting more effort and just not being lazy at all at the second half, because they've always started pretty well.
Yeah.
But somehow in the second half, they just let go of things.
And I'm sure if this game stays close, they're gonna, you know, turn their intensity up. They will try to get both teams trying to get their first win here. And Desmond, oh wow, switching hands mid-air.
Layup. Sorry miss there for Desmond. Oh.
Yes, for sure. And no offensive rebound. Larry Liu, good challenge on the shot. Still no rebound. And somehow, after 3 attempts,
they have numbers right here. It's a 3-on-2 break.
Desmond O to Jonathan Wong, shake and bake in the post.
Move and a fadeaway there for Jonathan Wong. That's what I really like about this guy. He just takes his time during offense and, you know, not really rushing anything when it comes to scoring.
He just has so many tricks in his bag, you know. Even yesterday against a really good Harimau Malaysia team, he was able to score at will. I think
got that right. I was really surprised, and you know, that Harimau team has a lot of big guys, and Jonathan Wong just said, I really don't care if there are a lot of big guys right here.
Yeah, no matter in the half court or the transition, he's able to do it, as you can see through these highlights right here, doing it in transition. But 20-18 is the score at the moment. Are you predicting a close game for this one, Jen?
I think this one's going to be a close game and pretty high scoring. And but for Jonathan Wong, I'm really impressed with his athleticism and with his conditioning. You know, he doesn't seem to get tired at all. Like whole game he plays, and he's always all out on the offensive side. But
you know,
I want to see some defense from Jonathan Wong.
Yes,
even
Jen.
for a little.
Yes, Jen. But I spoke to Jonathan Wong, you know, earlier before the game as well, and he did mention that you know, the COVID pandemic stopped basketball in his life for about a year, you know. And he honestly told me that he's not recovered fully yet in terms of the fitness side of the game.
He's not at 100% at this level, so
exactly.
I want to see him
at full.
Yeah, at full force. Here we go, Jonathan Wong playing really good defense, and
oh, another offensive rebound for the BGC Builders. Another reverse layup for number 16, Raymond Matias. But here's the interesting thing. Mark Dolligon is in the game. He's a big guard. and we expect to see him inside the post. He did the same thing against Harimau Malaysia. I do remember that. And, we expect to see more of the same from him today again.
Yes, but you can't count out Mark Doligon's outside shooting. He's been showcasing us that he has an outside shot. But for sure, he's going to pound it down below at the post and give us a lot of spin moves.
Spin cycles, yeah. Spin cycles is his signature move. Adroit on offense. Michael Munizviki, Malaysian talent, has checked into the game. BGC Builders trying to take it into the post. And Matthias travels. A lot of mistakes early in this game for Raymond Matthias. And speaking about Mark Doligon, he did have 17 points and 10 rebounds yesterday, but also 7 turnovers. And I do want to see his average.
I saw 2 of his turnovers yesterday. He threw one at the 6th row of the bleachers, I think. And the other one almost hit a fan. Good thing she wasn't eating anything.
Oh, there you go. Just right there on that possession. Mark Doligon immediately going into the post, trying to back down Wu Qingde. But Qingde is a physical guy, and he's not afraid to bang it down low. Michael Munizviki trying a tree.
You know, Adroit is really doing a great job on offense right here, moving the ball, even though they're missing a couple of shots. But they have to focus more on the defensive part of things, and start putting a body on, finding a man and putting a body on the rebounding part.
Yes, exactly. Boxing out is really needed here. BGC Builders already grabbing a couple of offensive rebounds, courtesy of...
especially if you have guys like J.M. Rodriguez and Doroteo.
Gonzalez, you mean, yeah.
Sorry. J.M. Gonzalez, sorry.
I was looking for J.M. Rodriguez on the floor.
J.M. Gonzalez and Doroteo right here. And these guys love to crash the boards.
A foul right there called on Kang Jin Chuen. Again, this Adroit sports team, a mixture of Singaporeans and Malaysian basketball players. And perhaps embracing the best of both worlds is Mr. Jonathan Wong, a half Malaysian, but also has spent time in Malaysia growing up and playing for the KL Dragons before as well. BGC Builders back on offense. Samonti for the tree. Can't get it to go.
I'm still finding what I said a little funny. Because, I'll tell you something, a little trivia about the Philippines. J.M. Rodriguez is like a celebrity, he's like an actor or something in the Philippines. And I've mistaken him for J.M. Gonzalez.
Oh.
And J.M. Gonzalez is actually my teammate in FEU before. So we've played a lot of basketball. And he's very physical.
Nice pass there, but a foul.
And right on cue, he commits a foul. Shows some of his physicality.
Jenny doesn't want you to forget about his name, He wants you to remember, J.M. Gonzalez committing that foul right there. And that will send Kang Jin Chuen to the line. A really big body for Adroit Sports, playing the 4 or the 5 for them.
This Adroit team is... really young also. I was surprised when I was interviewing them earlier before the game, and they have a guy that's only 16.
Ooh, wow, 16 years old.
16 years old, yeah. He looks like my little brother. We have an unsportsmanlike foul right here due to FIBA rules. If you're not familiar with that, you really have to go for the ball to just get a normal foul. And that time, he wasn't really going for the ball as Adroit was going for the fast break. He just grabbed on Jonathan Wong's jersey
Yeah, and Jen, you know, I do want to get your opinion on this. I've seen a couple of Philippines player getting called for this unsportsmanlike foul. You know, is it a different kind of situation? Do referees call it differently in Philippines, in the PBA, you know, or in the MPBL? You know, what's the situation there on this?
Actually, it's starting to also apply in the Philippines, but I think here, for your first unsportsmanlike foul, I'm not sure. In some leagues, you have to sit for about like 3 minutes if you can commit an unsportsmanlike foul.
Oh wow! So really similar to like ice hockey, where you're
something
getting
like
put
that.
on a timeout, you know.
Yeah. You're in the box.
Oh, so time expires there as Damien Guy couldn't get the shot off in time. 22-22 is your score at the end of the first quarter, going into the second. Jen, I'm gonna get your opinion in a bit, but I have been informed that we do have a sideline report from our courtside reporter, Janine Sakal.
Janine.
Let's see what she has for us right here.
BGC Builders started out strong in the first quarter, but when they realized the white shirts were gaining their footing, head coach Zhao Agbong was forced to call the first timeout and told them to communicate and don't let go. Now, team manager Faust Martinez told me earlier they are now battling for pride as they can no longer take their back-to-back losses. Now back to the panel.
Thank you very much, Janine. Of course, no back-to-back losses. Both teams want to get their first win here today.
Yes.
It's all tied up at the moment, 22-22, as you enjoy some of the highlights from the first quarter. As you see the AICC three-point shot of the game, wide open in the corner. Jonathan Wong, candidate to get a lot of those today.
I think he was participating in like a shooting drill that time. He was all alone in the corner.
Yeah.
And I just want to commend our two courtside reporters for doing a really great job these past days. So Mika and Janine.
Yeah, just running around, getting
job.
us reports, getting us more insights to the game, you know, from the coaches, from the players. And here's a little insight for you, Jen. Jonathan Wong spoke to me before the game as well, and he mentioned that he's more of a game shooter than a practice shooter. So
Yeah,
he
I
says
agree with that. I can totally see that for Jonathan Wong. He needs to be, you know, shooting off the dribble, or you know, like putting a couple of moves before he takes a shot.
Yep.
Instead of just lurking around the three and like more of like a Klay Thompson like catch and shoot shooter.
Of course. There's more of a shooter off the dribble than a shooter off the catch, isn't it?
But that's interesting to see if it's gonna be in full force soon.
Dollygon to the paint, had an open lane.
Great hands there for Jonathan Wong, but somehow Marlon Monte getting away with that basket.
And Jonathan Wong trying to hit a three. Kang Jin Chuan somehow comes out with the offensive putback.
Is that a pass for Jonathan Wong, or
I don't know how the
just a
stat
miscue?
table is going to see it. It
for
looked like
me,
a shot.
I'd consider that a great pass.
Nice pass there as well from Joshua Surrett, and Eduardo Doroteo wincing a little bit as he put up the shot.
I think he took a knee in his upper leg right there, and that's one of the few things that I hate when you're in a game.
Yeah,
You know, we call it Charlie horse.
Charlie Horse.
Yeah, when someone knees you in the thigh, and it just, you know, it feels like it cramps up. It also happened to Mac Barakael during that Harimau game, but good job from the PTs and the trainers to get Mac Barakael back in the ball game.
Of course, Damien Guy trying to drive forward to the rim. Foul is called. No jump ball.
I thought they were gonna call a jump ball on that one, but I think the referees got the right call. Oh yeah, that's a foul.
Yep. Yep, exactly. Good call by the referee. Jonathan Wong, a three-pointer fading away in the
Great
corner.
inbounds play there for Adroit Sports, and great screens being set for their bigs.
And I was just about to say,
Doligon.
Adroit Sports got their first lead of
what
the
a move.
game. Second here, Jonathan Wong grabbing the lead back for Adroit
And as
Sports.
he makes that basket, he just smiles, and you know, this guy is always smiling.
Enjoying the game as it comes, and a nice move there going 1v1 is Marlon Monte. He has 10 points in the game so far, is the BGC Builders leading scorer, as a turnover on the traveling violation right there for Damien Guy.
If you're on the side of Adroit Sports right now, you just want to see their defense really communicate with each other. I mean, if someone penetrates, everyone needs to collapse in the paint and help each other out.
That's true. Both back-to-back three-point misses for both teams. Doligon down the paint all the way to the rim. As Adroit Sports doesn't give them time. It's a 4-on-3 break. Fu Ting Jun to Damien Guy. Three-pointer is good. Foul is called on the rebounding side.
So this is gonna be more like of a 4-point play for Adroit. Oh no! Oh, you're gonna give it back. See, in the Philippines, if you take a three and at the same time the defensive end commits a foul, so they consider that as like a
And one opportunity.
opportunity.
It's the same thing that happens in the NBA, but they counted the shot,
yep.
and you still get the
inbound.
inbounds play. So that's you know, it could have been a 5-point or 6-point play
Right.
right there instead. Damien Guy with a nice cut to the basket, ties it up at 34 each. So Damien Guy back-to-back shots, and he is heating up right now. Horns again for BGC. Doligon with the ball up top. Three-pointer! It's good for
I
Doligon.
told you can't count out the shooting of Mark Doligon.
Nice shot there as well. And Larry Liu.
Larry Liu saying back at you.
He was like, that's nothing for me right there as he jogged back.
And that's pretty good defense for Mark Doligon that time.
Exactly, another home play. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Tate Teodoro can't get it to go. After a 5-point burst early in the game, he's
what a
slowed
pass
down a
for
little bit.
Jonathan Wong, that's a very nice pass. Larry Liu, 2 in a row.
We gave him the nickname Larry Bird the other day.
Wow.
And he is coming back here with 2 3-pointers. Mark Doligon doesn't get the N1 call right there. Referees calling the foul on the floor. As they will get, BGC Builders will get a baseline out of bounds.
Actually, Larry Liu had 17 points last night. And he made 4 threes. Guess how many shots he attempted in the 3-point area?
I don't know. I want to say about like 8.
No.
8. What was the answer?
He shot 4 of 14.
Oh.
So he's like Steph Curry levels or Klay Thompson levels.
Well, he's not scared to take the 3-point
Yes.
shot, that's for sure. And the
Very
shot,
confident with his outside shooting.
yes, and the shot is falling for Adroit Sports at the moment. Adroit Sports, a good shooting team. They will switch everything on the defensive end as well. And a foul called for Marlon Monte. Monte, a surprising contributor in this game today for BGC Builders.
You know, in the Philippines, Marlon Monte has been, I mean, all of the teams that he's joined, he's always one of the key guys because he's a really good defender. And sometimes he puts up big numbers in the scoring end.
Yeah.
So that's what I like to see more on this BGC side, and especially Marlon Monte. I think they just really need to exert more effort. If I was the BGC coach, that's what I would tell them. Just keep working and grind it out the whole game, not just the first half, not just the second half, but the whole entire game.
For sure, basketball is a 4-quarter game. Marlon Monte with 10 points. Yesterday, Larry Liu! 3 straight 3-pointers.
He is on fire.
Gets Adroit Sports their biggest lead, I believe, in this game, up by 4 now over the BGC Builders.
And what I love here for Adroit Sports is since Larry Liu has the hot hand right now, they've been taking care of him. In the Philippines, we call him alaga. You take care of the hot guy.
I like that. I think that
You need to keep feeding him, you know.
Exactly, draw up plays for him, get him on the ball. So you call it alaga, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, I will steal that. from now on.
Alaga in English is more of like taking care, yeah.
Ah, I see. So Alaga, the hot shooter, right here is what Adroit Sports are doing. And nice pass there by Marlon Monte.
BGC really capitalizing on their transition offense. And I want to see Adroit Sports be more active, coming down into their transition defense, because what I've noticed, as soon as the BGC builders cross the half court, 2 or 3 guys are being left in the backcourt of Adroit.
Yeah, exactly. So again, Alaga, the hot shooter, Larry Liu with the ball
Here
in
we
his
go,
hands
let's see
again.
him.
Gets it to Fu Ting Jun.
Here we go, Larry Liu, wide open. Oh, doesn't get it on time to Larry Liu.
Exactly, and you know, just BGC builders as well, playing good defense. You know, Mark Dolligon is the player defending Larry Liu, and you know, he pressed up hard right there on Larry Liu, not allowing him to take the shot.
Larry Liu was a bit eager to get that ball because I think he's got his rhythm right here.
Yep, handoff there to Samonti. Samonti back to Matthias. Matthias back to Samonti. Samonti driving inside, puts up the shot. Somehow doesn't get it to go. Tingda comes down with the board. And
they're lucky to get that, to be able to get that rebound because no one really blocked out on that play.
Yeah, and Fu Ting Jun missing.
Again, BGC wanting to run here. And Marlon Monte taking it strong to the hoop.
Yes, Marlon Monte showing what he can do on the offensive end. Larry Liu, 3-pointer. Just too strong right there.
That's a heat check right there.
I know.
But I love it when someone takes a heat check.
Tingda going into the post, gets it stripped. And it is off a BGC Builders player.
If I were the coach of Adroit, I would tell them to be more active on the defensive end, and I want to see more active hands, you know, move their feet on defense,
Yes.
and not just let them pass through, because you can do those things if you have a rim protector like Prince Eze or the guys from Harimau, but
I don't see a rim protector on both of these teams. So Adroit Sports back on offense. They have 2 seconds left on the shot clock. A 3-pointer goes up. Doesn't fall. Tay Teodoro gets it to Marlon Monte.
You see what they're doing now? They're feeding Marlon Monte as he's been getting a couple of buckets right here. But great pass for Marlon Monte, not forcing the issue.
Larry Liu.
Look how physical JM Gonzalez is.
Yeah.
Banging bodies.
JM.
Loves to do those things.
JM and Wu Qingde.
And then complain after.
The complaining is the main part, yeah? Letting the referees know.
And act like there's no foul, ref, no foul.
Yeah, exactly. So a timeout is called by Adroit Sports. They will take some time here as BGC Builders went on an 8-0 run from 43-39 up to 47-43. Now BGC in the lead. We will take a look at these highlights here from the second quarter. 3 minutes and 6 seconds left. So Jonathan Wong
already with 11 big points.
Sorry, I gotta change that a little bit. I'm just looking at the scoreboard right now, and he's got 16 already.
Wow.
Same with Marlon Monty as well.
That's
the
first quarter stat sheet.
So 16 points is the leading scorers for both teams. Adroit Sports has Jonathan Wong at 16, while BGC Builders also has Marlon Monty, number 24, perhaps a homage to the late Kobe Bryant.
Almost an 4-point play there for Larry Liu.
Yes, that's true. Again, Mark Dolligon now knowing the prowess, the 3-point prowess of Mark Dolligon, of Larry Liu, is playing tighter defense on the number 11 of Adroit Sports.
Ming, I've been waiting for my free haircut from the barbers of
underrated
Harry
barbers.
Mao.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Underrated barber is the name of the barber. And you know, I'm hoping you get that haircut. I heard we're gonna be on TV on Saturday.
Actually excited.
So you know,
can't wait. They told me they're gonna be, since I think they're located a bit far from MABA Stadium.
Yes.
They said no need to come to the shop. We'll go to you. And
I think they're
I really appreciate that. So.
They're trying to arrange it. They are located in the Negeri Sembilan, if I'm not wrong, so that's about an hour and a half away from Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, but I know these players, you know, the Harimau Malaysia players, they do get their haircuts from them. Very, very nice haircuts. Dreadlocks. So
I just want to ask you something. Like, so some of the Harimau players, they stay near that area, or?
Yes, so actually, I'm just going to explain the Malaysian basketball situation to you a little bit. So Negeri Sembilan has a team called NS Matrix. Matrix is the biggest team
I'm very
in
familiar with NS Matrix.
Matrix is the biggest team in Malaysia at the moment, you know. And
wow, not ASEAL. Or
well,
ASEAL is just the fan favorites.
Right now, ASEAL, I would argue, is the second best team. They're pushing NS Matrix, and you need that competition in a country, you know, because NS Matrix in the past few you know, years have been the champions of a lot of tournaments.
That MBL tournament coming up soon, as you were telling me earlier, that's going to be pretty exciting.
Yeah, it has been. Not only MBL, but Teodoro! What is that? Left-hand layup. Tay, just like another Tay has said earlier, you know, shake it off.
Shake it off.
Taylor Swift.
I like your analogy right there, comparing Tay Teodoro to Taylor Swift's song, Shake It Off. Yeah, he needs to shake off the rust.
Right now, nice ball movement for Adroit Sports. Wu Qingde can't finish. Tough challenge at the rim there, and running straight away, BGC Eduardo Doroteo can't get the second attempt to go.
Great effort there for Desmond O standing his ground, and Larry Liu one more.
Maybe he's cooled down
straight. Just a little bit too strong. He hit the back rim. But great shot and great pass from Jonathan Wong. I mean Desmond O.
Yep.
As Jonathan Wong checks back in.
For Desmond O. So looking at a high-scoring 2 minutes here for Adroit Sports, it does seem like.
Yep.
43-49 is the score.
To reach the 50-point mark.
It's always a high-scoring game for Adroit Sports, no matter what game they're playing in. They're high-scoring themselves.
Love to run and score.
Yep. Marlon Monty, nice pass right there, showing the unselfishness of the Filipinos.
Great driving drop there for Marlon Monte.
Yep, Fu Tingjun gets it to Tingde. And stolen away, but Tingjun saves it. Tingde swings it Larry Liu corner. Adjust the ball a little bit. Tingde tries to come up
No
with the
guys
rebound.
here for BGC on the rebounding end.
Larry Liu with 3 misses so far. Jonathan Wong gambling on that. Leaves Marlon Monty again with a nice bounce pass to Raymond Matias as he gets the N1 call. And will go to the line for an extra free throw. Taking the shot, putting BGC up by 10 points now. Tough layup there.
So that's another assist for Marlon Monte, being the facilitator here for BGC Builders.
But just being a dual threat, you know, scoring, and that's opening up his passing lanes as well, just because he's such a threatening scorer, as he's shown to this Adroit Sports team. And Raymond Matias is the beneficiary of that one just now. 11 points now in the game for the number 16 of BGC Builders. Jonathan Wong has Adroit Sports set up in a 4-out, 1-in. Michael trying to find his way.
What a great step back.
Nice shot there by Michael.
That's a really hard move to make, especially if you're right-handed and then stepping to your right, going to your right and shooting that. So you really need to be able to twist your body and
Right, and
be able to get that shot up.
Out in the break again, and Tate Teodoro, another miss right at the rim. Don't know what's happening with
I hate
him.
to see this from Tate Teodoro. He's too relaxed.
Michael Munazviki gets the tap
I want
out
to see some effort
from Tingde. Desmond O to Michael. Michael fires again from deep. Another miss.
4 seconds left. Marlon Monte needs to put this one up.
Oh!
And gets the floater.
And Marlon Monty trying to wrestle the starting position from Tate Teodoro.
All smiles from Marlon Monte as they have a 13-point lead right here.
And I do want to look at the stat sheets when they give it to us. 20 points already. I want to see his assist total as well. How many times has Adroit Sports challenged the shots of Marlon Monty only for him to dish it to the open guy standing on the opposite side of the rim?
In the first quarter, Marlon Monte just had 1 assist, but I've been waiting for the second quarter stat sheet.
I do feel like he's got at least 6 or 7 right now.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have that, the stats table are wrong, you know.
So
Don't
maybe
care
he's
what they
flirting
say.
with a double-double early on.
Okay, so 58-45 is the score at the current moment. A big lead for BGC Builders when the game was tied at 22-22 in the first quarter. Leading scorer of the game is Marlon Monty at the moment, 20 points, and Jonathan Wong leading the way for Adroit Sports. We'll be taking a slight break right here as the players go into their huddles. And as you enjoy these highlights, let us take a break as well. Join us slightly in a bit.
Yes, Jonathan.
See you again tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, Filbasket!
Pushing with Yes, Jonathan.
See you again tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, Filbasket!
Welcome back to the second half of action right here at the Sports Click Filbasket International Championship Malaysia 2022, held right here at MABA Stadium, Kuala Lumpur. This is Ming on the mic, and we have Jen Reyes right here next to me breaking down the numbers. What do you see from the numbers, Jen?
Adroit really shooting bad from the field, and BGC shooting 51%. So they've been getting all their points from the paint, as I can see here. They have 36 big points in the paint. That's why they're shooting at 51%.
Yeah,
And Adroit really relying on their three-point shots. They shot 33 attempts.
Wow.
Just only the first half.
Wow.
So that speaks a lot about how Adroit plays. But I think they're gonna pick it up somehow here in the second half. But I just wanna commend Marlon Monte. He has 20 big points right now, but only in the first quarter he only had 6. So he had 14 big points in the second quarter, also with 5 assists.
Yeah, nice one there, Jen. And, we do have Janine Sakao on the sidelines ready for an interview with Jonathan Wong. Here we go.
We have here one of our leading scorers for the Adroit Sports Association, Jonathan Wong. So Jonathan, your team was really trailing behind in the first half. So how do you plan to approach the second half now?
Bring out more energy and play better defense. We are shooting open shots, but we are not making it. So we have to adjust through it, and then we have to see how we bring our energy and defense as well.
Energy and defense. And now for our second question, what do you think it will take to win this game?
Defense. We have to play better defense. We have to stop them from scoring transition offense, and we have to make shots.
Better everything. And now let's turn it over to the panel.
Thank you very much, Janine. A consummate professional, defense, just like you preached for both teams in the first half. Defense is the name of the game.
And defense is all about effort. So you just want to see your guys playing hard-nosed defense and moving their feet compared to just trying to gamble on all those steals.
Yeah.
So it's better to just stay in front of your man and give them a hard time.
Yes, that's correct. Give them a hard time. Definitely needed for both teams, especially Adroit Sports, since they allowed 51% from the field for BGC Builders in the first half. 58-45 is the current score at the moment. BGC Builders leading by 13. Adroit Sports needs to play good defense. They know they can make shots. Can they play the required defense, like we said in the first quarter, not having a rim protector, an intimidating rim protector? Can they survive that and play good defense overall?
Yes, and if you really don't have a rim protector down below, it needs to be a collective effort. Everyone needs to communicate and just gang up on all the guys.
Yeah, we've seen smaller teams.
It's a total team effort.
Yeah, we've seen smaller teams do it well as well. KLR Seal, not necessarily a really big team sometimes.
They're a perfect example, but everyone plays defense
very hard.
Very pesky. And
full court press sometimes.
Exactly.
It's credit to the coach as well. He changes up the defensive scheme so well. Sometimes he goes with a 1-2-2 press, 2-2-1 press. We've seen everything come out of Coach Iki Lip's team. And Singapore Adroit coach, Coach Chan, might have to take a page out of the book of KLR Seal.
I agree. And I'm really surprised with the field goals here. So Raymond Matias is 83% from the field. And Marlon Monte is 82% from the field.
Wow.
So that speaks a lot about Adroit's defense. Just letting them pass in go into the lane for that easy two.
That's correct, Jen. And you know what's even more surprising is those two guys that you just mentioned right there are the two top scorers for BGC Builder. So these two guys are continuously getting open shots for themselves. And is that a plan by Adroit Sports? But if it is, it's a bad plan and it needs changing.
Yeah, they totally need to make some adjustments right here in the second half. Marlon Monte almost traveled there.
Yes, sir. BGC Builders
There
first
you go.
shot of the second half.
That's a great sign on that first possession for Adroit. That's what I'm talking about, total team effort on the defensive end.
Yes, and you know, I'm not sure if this will be an issue here, but you know, you see Tete Teodoro on the sideline right now trying to keep himself warm. It is a rainy day here at MABA Stadium, Kuala Lumpur.
It's pretty cold
really
today.
Cold, yeah. You're wearing a jacket inside.
Yep.
The courtside reporter, Janine, is also wearing a jacket inside. I'm not wearing a jacket and I'm feeling it right now.
So 2 stops here on the defensive end for Adroit, and see it results in a 3. This is what they have to just continue doing and getting stops, and they shouldn't really worry about their offense.
Yep.
I'm sure they can really shoot it from the outside.
Marlon Monte trying a 3.
3 stops in a row.
Larry
And
Liu,
Larry Liu
quick fire. He was on fire.
could have
in
been
the
a foul
first.
right there, but refs letting it go.
Yeah, Herman Chan with the nice offensive rebound. Jonathan Wong will not hesitate to shoot. Feeling a bit cold here, perhaps. And Jonathan Wong.
Great hands there for Jonathan Wong and great effort going down on transition. And Marlon Monte loves to do these types of things, you know, try to gamble for the steal, or he's the man on top during defense. And he leaks out right away for that outlet pass, trying to get the transition 2 points.
Yep, and you know, you taught me earlier in the game, Alaga, they're taking care of Marlon Monte right here, trying to find him. They know he's the hot hand. Can he keep it going right here in the third quarter? Sideline, baseline out of bounds here. It will find Joshua Surratt. Surratt, pick and roll, gets it to Dollygon. There his last ditch option,
Oh,
gets
great
blocked.
But I love to see that if you're Adroit Sports. I mean, great challenge there. Somehow they got called for the foul, but great effort. I'm loving what I'm seeing here early on this third period.
Yeah, and you know, Adroit Sports can play defense. They have players that can do so. I remember Larry Liu had 5 block game in their first game of the Filbasket tournament.
I remember that game.
Yeah, and then you know, Wu Ting De is also a paint enforcer. He does play it in that position back in Singapore. You know, played on the Singapore Slingers for the ABL as well.
Maybe what you mentioned at the pregame, during the pregame, maybe some fatigue kicking in these within these teams.
Yeah,
So,
but you know, Adroit Sports sometimes just struggling. They're living and dying by the three-pointer, like
Yep.
we've said so much. You know, their shots. I think more than half of them have come from the three-point line. As a foul right there by Raymond Matias, he earns more chances to extend his point total at the moment.
that's also the problem if you live and die with the 3, Ming. You know, if your outside shots don't fall, it's really gonna be a problem for you. And what you wanna do about it is play hard-nosed defense and start trying to get in the lane and get to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's true. You know, try to work out some easier shots, get some layups at the rim.
And then as the game plays out, I'm sure the outside shots are gonna start to fall.
Yep, Herman Chan working hard there, getting the second chance point.
One more for Larry Liu.
Still can't knock it down, but that was more on target, trying to adjust his shot.
All of his shots are actually pretty straight. Just always hitting the back rim, but he has that green light all day. He has that go signal to shoot.
Yeah, Coach Chan definitely giving it a green light to all of his players. There again, pick and roll. And Joshua Surratt, nice mid-range jumper there by Joshua Surratt.
Great job there by Matias.
Herman Chan loses the ball, goes up for the shot, is fouled. Right there. It will be on Joshua Surratt, I believe.
So that was a great handoff for Matias that time.
His second foul, first team foul for BGC.
Yep, definitely a foul.
Definitely a foul.
Herman Chan.
Surratt committing that foul right there. Herman Chan can't convert at the free throw line. So yet another problem for Adroit Sports. They are getting the chance to get points. Stay with BGC Builders, but they are a streaky team. They can get hot and get cold in a hurry.
That was actually the first miss of both teams from the free throw line.
Wow, so good shooting teams here. Three-pointer by Joshua Surratt doesn't go in. Ball finds its way to Marlon Monty.
Long shot, long rebound, you know what they say, man.
Yep, Dollygon going inside. Drawing contact, doesn't get a call right there. Good defensive possession for Adroit Sports.
Just standing his ground and not trying to do anything fancy on that defensive end.
Jonathan Wong missing the tree. Ball goes to Dollygon. You know he loves his spin cycles. Kicks it out. JM Gonzalez with the fake. Oh, I wasn't on the same page right there. Didn't look at the ball. As Monty with the turnover. Could have had an assist there. Dollygon, three-pointer is good. As the lead balloons to about 15 now for BGC. Looking to Jonathan Wong, putting up a floater. Missing it. And a 3-on-2 break. Ooh, traveling call. Let's look at the replay. The players are protesting right here. Leading the break, Mark Dollygon, 1, 2, 3.
I don't think that's a travel. I think that's clean. Because he never picked up the ball with two hands up to the last minute, so I don't think that's a travel.
It's a
You know, in
0-1-2.
Instagram,
It's a 0-1-2.
And yes, exactly. In Instagram, traveler na, I'ma say nah.
Let us know in the comments, was that a travel or not? Opinions split here. Oh,
I actually love that move, man. During transition, I always do that.
That's the Rajon Rondo one as well, right? Like the fake behind the back. Damien Guy knocking it down. Second shot attempt. Can't get it to go from the three-point line on the first attempt. Works hard to get the offensive board. And timeout called by BGC Builders. 64-51 is your score. 5:30 left in the third quarter. You know, a lot of calls so far going Adroit Sports ways, but they're still not in the lead here. As we take a look at some of the highlights, Mark Dollygon, AICC, three-point shot of the game. Wide open right there, top of the key, knocking it down, and right on the next possession, Damien Guy.
And you know why Mark Dollygon got the three? It's because two players from Adroit actually leaked out and they committed a turnover. And no one really went back on defense, so
exactly.
if you commit a turnover, you just have to run back on defense, run down. Most of our coaches in the Philippines, they always tell us just run back to the paint on the other end. So as long as you're there on the front court, everything's gonna turn out fine.
That was Marlon Monty, spin move inside, finds Doroteo.
Oh, that was a nifty drop pass for Marlon Monte.
Tough finish as well from Doroteo
off
there.
the spin move.
Yeah. And Jonathan Wong, they'll be looking to him, Adroit Sports, for some points, but it will be Larry Liu. Oh, getting picked in
I think
net
he
region.
extended his leg out on that three-point shot, and that's the right call.
Oh, right in the family jewels.
Oh,
we don't
my
like to
God.
see that. Not as a fellow male. We hope he's okay. That was Doroteo on the challenge. Hope he's okay right there. Testing out his flexibility right there.
And the coach of Adroit claiming that Doroteo flopped on that one, asking for a technical foul in the review.
Oh, and the referees are going to the instant replay system to review the call. So I did hear Noel say yesterday that, you know, if they don't see anything conclusive, they can't change the call. But a good inclusion for the Sports Click Filbasket International Championship 2022, you know, the instant replay system.
Yes, the whole staff of the Sports Click Filbasket International Championship really doing a great job here. A lot of camera angles in this great sign for Filbasket.
Yeah, and I think they've got a great angle here to review it. So we'll see what the referees call right here. But that was a foul on Larry Liu. It was an offensive foul initially called. The BGC Builders coach Jovan Agbong, calling for... did he use a challenge up on that? Or was it just, you know, something that the coach wanted to review there?
I don't think they used up a challenge on that one.
Right. And the referees just calling an offensive foul, normal offensive foul there, so no technical given on that play. So BGC Builders back in possession, 66-51, 15-point lead for the Filipino side. Saret looking for a pick and roll. Kicks it out to Matthias, gets back the ball, three-pointer. No good. Damien Guy comes down with the board.
Great team rebound there for Adroit.
Damien gets it to Jonathan. You do have to remember this is a tune-up tournament for the Adroit Sports as well, looking to get better results in the MBL that is coming up. They will be competing in that as well.
Yes, that's what Desmond O mentioned to me. It's more of like a...
Ooh, good defense there by Jonathan Wong, stripping the ball away, getting it clean off of Martin Oliver.
Tate Teodoro back in the ball game, and also Samonte.
And as we have sometimes as the team prepares for this out-of-bounds play, we do have a report coming in from our courtside reporter, Janine Sakal.
Only one team is coming out of their losing streak today, and in the bench earlier, Adroit told me that the opposing backcourt may have come here more prepared than us, but to turn things around, they will need to play harder, and the results will tell who wants this more. Now back to the panel.
Thank you, Janine. Great report right there. Only one team will come up with the dub today. And so far, it looks like BGC has put them
great
in.
hands there for Jonathan Wong.
Transition by Damien Guy, cleaned up by Jonathan Wong right there on the fast break. So once again, Adroit Sports trying to mount a comeback. Ooh, three-pointer in and out right there.
Meng, I don't know if you've noticed, every time Adroit makes a stop, you get a conversion in the offensive end, just like that one.
Yes, sir, and Larry Liu
So
with the nice
for
three.
them.
With the nice tree right there in transition. They're not afraid to fire. Coach Chan was talking to the...
Still complaining about that one.
And Larry Liu will look to fire again. Same spot.
Bit of a forced shot right there.
Yep. And Marlon Monty driving to the rim will get a foul right there as he made the layup, his first point of the second half.
Great transition offense there for BGC builders. And a great no-look pass.
Yeah, and Damien
from
Guy
Monte.
just a bit late running back there, committing the very, very light foul on Marlon Monty. But a foul it is. Timeout is called as the BGC builders was protesting something. Wasn't aware that that Adroit Sports called a timeout.
Yeah.
12-point lead for BGC at the moment as Adroit Sports try to mount a little bit of a comeback. Coach of Adroit Sports still arguing with the referees, as you can see. Or let's not say arguing, but discussing something with the referees. Trying to make the referees aware of the situation so that they maybe make a different call the next time around. You know, you never know.
But the referee's doing a good job explaining to like teams and coaches the reason for that call.
And I don't think the Adroit coach, Coach Chan, has even got into the huddle on that timeout just now, and the players are back on the court. That timeout was purely called to get a chance to talk to the referees.
Yeah, he didn't even talk to his team that time.
So Marlon Monty at the line for one free throw. Teammates confident, not even going for the offensive board. Monte checking out of the game. Tate Teodoro as well as Mark Angelo Samonte in the game now. Damien back to Jonathan. Jonathan into the high post. Damien Guy on the left wing. Three-pointer is good for Damien Guy. 10 points now.
That three resulted into their set play. A guy in the middle, since the BGC builders playing a zone, and that's how you really beat the zone. You find the gaps and the open shooters.
Eduardo Doroteo trying to answer the three-pointer, but there will be a foul on number 15, Rod Ivan Cervantes, who has just got his first minutes of the game.
So Adroit Sports has an opportunity here to bring it down to single digits.
They are in foul trouble at the moment. Jonathan Wong will try to get them back. Can't get it to go. Doroteo pushing the break. Tries to go all the way, almost losing possession of the ball.
Dribble.
Referees called a double dribble there, but I thought he lost possession of the ball for a little bit. So
yeah, and then he took another dribble. So great defense there by Larry Liu.
Yep. Good job absorbing the contact and forcing forcing Eduardo Doroteo to commit that violation. Larry Liu fade away.
Just hurried that shot a bit.
Yeah, and it does seem
he was
that
wide open. He could have made one dribble or maybe attacked the rim for a floater.
Yeah, but it does seem that Jen, you know, coming out of timeouts or, you know, breaks in the game, these players are feeling a little bit cold coming onto the court. Tate Teodoro also experiencing that phenomenon.
Maybe the weather coming in play here.
Yeah. Samonte has to let the shot go. Can't get it. Larry Liu. Oh, almost a turnover. Will get the shot back. Open three.
Takes the three. Larry Liu not shy at all to take those outside shots.
No, I wonder how many shots has he fired off already. Oh, Tate Teodoro turning the ball over, and it's Larry Liu. Damien Guy, good defense by Rod Ivan Cervantes.
He was alone that time and somehow gets the stop.
Wow, just good awareness there. High basketball IQ, stunting at one and then getting the stop. Tate, three is good for Tate Finally,
Tate loves to come off that handoff and really using that screen.
Damien Guy looking to answer. Wu Qingde can't get the offensive board. And Cervantes bringing the ball up the court.
So Larry Liu, for some stats here, he shot 13 times from the three-point area during the first half.
So 4 of 14 in the previous game and 3 of 13 in this one right now. And
Just the first half.
just the first half. And the third quarter ends right here. Buzzer beater, no good. 72-59 is your score. 13-point lead for the BGC Builders. Adroit Sports looking out of it and looking cold at the moment. As we will take a short break right here. And we're back here in the game. Fourth quarter action just about to start. 72-59 is the score. Want to shout out to all those Singaporean and Filipino fans that are tuning into the game right now. Jen Reyes, what say you for the third quarter? What's the stats looking like?
So I've just received the stat sheet for the third quarter, and Larry Liu already taking 20 attempts in the three-point area, so making 4 of them.
Wow, 20 shots and 4 of them is about 20% from the three-point strike. I don't think he's taken a lot of twos as well. So BGC back on the board. Adroit Sports failing to score on that first possession of the fourth. 14 points scored for both teams in the third quarter. So coming down a little bit, but Mark
Dolligan already has 3 three-point field goals.
Yes, sir. That is his 4th, I believe.
And here's another one from Larry Liu.
Just a tough day for him after the first quarter. He was hot in the first quarter, 4 three-pointers.
A bit fatigued right here.
Yes, sir. And you know, as a team, they've already broken the 50 attempts mark at the three-point line. 52 three-pointers in the third.
They shoot more threes than the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, definitely. Surratt there hitting a 3 just now.
Oh, great ball movement by Adroit. And this is what I want to see more from Adroit. Just moving the ball and not really rushing their shots from the outside.
And offense just coming from an unlikely source at the moment. Wu Qingde with the mid-range jumper just now. Monty now. This is a familiar source of offense for the BGC Builders, and great unselfish move.
Two Adroit Sports players get tangled up.
Yeah, key player Jonathan Wong lying on the floor. Not sure if it's an ankle or He got stepped on by a Herman Chan just now. So looks okay. Oh, he is hopping to the bench, so it might look like his right ankle might have taken a tweak right there. So just a shout out to the Adroit Sports supporters in the live stream right now. Okay, Yi Cheng.
I hope Jonathan Wong is okay. I mean, nothing serious there.
Take a look at the replay here.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of a tweak on the drive to the basket or the defense. They're trying to stop the basket. And we do hope he's okay. Adroit Sports does have one more game to play in the Sports Click Filbasket International Championship. After this, he will play tomorrow, as tomorrow is the final day of the regular season before taking a rest. Herman Chan, shot, second chance is good.
Great interior pass right there for Adroit.
And Herman Chan as well, working well.
This is what they need to do. If you're Adroit, get higher percentage shots.
Dollygon feeling hot from the three-point range, but missing that one. Larry Liu looking for Ting De. Ting De back out. Larry passes it on. Three-pointer by Paul Wei Hao. No good. Dollygon comes down the floor. He's going to take it to the rim. Double team. Gets it stolen. Turned it over right there. Paul Wei Hao tries
wonderful help defense for Adroit that time. Dollygon getting the block.
Yeah, that was a nice one as well, coming out of nowhere to reject that shot attempt. Larry Liu on the wing. We'll get it to Damien, who fires from deep. Dollygon.
Another three-point attempt
with the board. 7 minutes left to go in this game.
Almost an 8-second violation right there. The refs didn't see that one.
And the BGC trying to work their way inside. Raymond Matias flips it to Surratt. Surratt, three-pointer, long rebound. And out on the break
No
is
numbers
Adroit.
for Adroit Sports here.
Damien Guy working his way inside. Not necessarily a guy that can shoot from the inside. But Ting De.
Another three-point field goal.
That's the only strategy, you know, shooting from the tree. They are a shooting team.
They only shot 22 attempts from the two-point field goal. And they're doing quite well on that category. Shooting 12 out of 22, so high percentage, 54% for Adroit Sports, two-point field goals.
So this is a bit surprising, you know, 75% of their field goals have come from outside the arc.
I'm also surprised.
That's about 60 three-point shots to 20 points inside the arc, 20 attempts inside the arc, sorry.
If KL Asil loves to shoot that three, and also Harry Mao, Coach Jeff Viernes always opting to go for the quickest possible shot in pushing the pace. This Adroit team is something else.
Just like the Minnesota Timberwolves are going with two bigs, we see Adroit Sports going for the three-point shot here yet again. Larry Liu playing safety on that one, as stepped on the sideline right there was Marlon Monty. Unlikely turnover from Marlon Monty, the BGC Builders number 24.
Another three.
How many three-pointers will they take? I really want to see what is the Filbasket record in
for
the regular
three-point
season.
attempts.
Yeah, just for three-point attempts. Doesn't have to be three-point makes, man. Larry Liu Driving inside, nice.
See what I mean? Every time they take it inside, positive results are coming for Adroit, and they should do more of this.
Yeah, but that's I mean, it could be because they're shooting the tree so much. Teams are just pressing up on them that they just get easy looks inside when they do go inside. Offensive foul called by the referee.
The BGC builders they don't really have like a rim protector down there, so they should attack the paint more and get some higher field goal percentage shots.
Another mystery from from Adroit Sports. BGC counting on Monty and Surrett right here.
You know, the perfect example is the Golden State Warriors. They live and die with the three, but once they know when to realize that if their shots aren't falling for them,
yeah, but
they start to go inside.
Correct. It's not just the 3-point shooting. It's recognizing when they need to, you know, move the ball a little bit.
Yes.
There's ball movement off that, you know. It's not just come down the floor and take a tree. But, you know, Jen, we do have a sideline report coming from Janine Sakao about Jonathan Wong's injury. He went down to a tweaked ankle, and we'll see what's going on there.
All right, go for it, Janine.
Jonathan Wong sustained a right foot injury earlier, specifically a right foot sprain, and will not be able to play for the remainder of the game. Now, in his absence, his teammates are expecting the next leading scorer, Larry Liu and Damien Geet, to step up to fill his shoes. Now, we will see how Adroit Sports will fare without their leading scorer. Now, back to the panel.
Thank you very much, Janine.
There was a technical foul called right there. Not really sure why they called the technical on that one.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention, sorry. Right there. So technical foul
Oh,
call.
here we go. Mark Deligon with a spin cycle and a drop to Marlon Monte. Great move from Mark Deligon.
But he crashes into a teammate right
And
there.
a great cut from Marlon Monte. Marlon Monte loves to lurk around that baseline area.
Yep, loves those 45 degrees cut to the basket right there. Surrett back to Doligon. JM Gonzalez came up a little bit hurt, you know, wincing as he shook his right hand there as Mark Doligon banged into him after the play. Doligon this time with a tree. No good.
Adroit needs to keep attacking the paint here.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Damien Guy, a mystery again as Doligon. Easy turnover. Damien Guy sets his foot. Still no good.
You know, if you're the opposing team and you realize that this team isn't shooting really well from the outside right now, so might as well just let them shoot and just wait for the rebound.
Yeah, the past couple of
you
trips, no hands up on the 3-point shots, no challenges on 3-point shots. They just stayed home, stayed in the paint, made sure they get the defensive rebound. And
but that's the key there. You have to realize and recognize when to take those 3-pointers and when to stop taking them and start going inside the paint.
yeah, and I think I do think with the scores running up so high now a 17-point lead for the BGC builders. Adroit Sports are just trying to give their younger players some playing time, you know, give them some confidence. You can see Damien Guy getting a lot of playing time right here, taking over from Mr. Jonathan Wong. Jonathan Wong will end this game with just 18 as he suffered that right foot sprain
I hope he's okay.
Not sure if he's going to come back for the final game of the Sports Click Filbasket International Championship. He does have the Major Basketball League coming up in a few weeks. So,
oh yeah, he needs to prepare for that and ice that foot.
yes, Damien Guido comes up with the steal right there, and this time goes inside. Efficient looks for Damien Guy right there. BGC back on offense, gets a pick. It's Cervantes to Monte. Monty Pick and roll.
Great defense.
Read
And an
perfectly.
all-alone transition here.
Michael Munizviki finishing off the transition. Samonti. Back to Cervantes. The horns. Action up top. Samonte hands it off. Cervantes can't get the handle on the ball. Monty will have the final
Great team
say.
defense here for Adroit. Somehow BGC finding an open Samonte down below.
Michael fires. No good. Matthias comes up with the board. He's had a good game today. 16 points and a couple of rebounds as well. Final 2 minutes in play right now, as you can see on the screen. Knocking it down.
Smooth stroke for Samonte right there.
Yes, sir.
Another
Damien
one.
Guy.
I wonder what they do in practice.
Well, I mean, chuck up trees, probably. Just chuck up trees, man. But they are a team because...
Shooting drills all the way.
But they are a team
3-on-1 break here for Adroit.
And Damien Guy finishes inside.
They're very efficient from the 2-point field goal. And down in that paint.
Yes, sir. And timeout called by BGC Builders, using up their final timeout of the game with 1:24 left. Probably just gonna give their players a rest. Still one thing, their rotation or their substitutes to get some playing time. I do see a player that I haven't seen in this tournament yet, James Machete.
Yeah, James Machete. All smiles here. And really excited to play.
He'll get about minute and 24 in this game. Like that, he's all tatted up as well. Does that tattoo have any meaning? So, as we'll see, Adroit Sports still going with the same 5 they did before the timeout. Paul Wei Hao, along with Damien Guy and Michael Munizviki, are the 1, 2s, and 3s. Herman Chan and Larry Liu, the 4s and 5. As an uneventful ending right here. Nice pick and roll yet again. And Machete there had his first shot attempt.
Adroit actually has a chance right here still. I mean, a lot of basketball time if I were you. 1 minute, more than a minute left. And you're just down by 13 points. So
yeah, if they're up against
get a couple of stops and keep running.
If they're up against the Pegasus Sports, maybe.
Oh yeah, they gave up a
minutes.
big lead against KL Asil. But I think that's the dagger for BGC Builders.
Yes, sir. BGC Builders just too disciplined as a team to give up this big a lead. 42 seconds left. Still a 15-point lead. BGC will want to get the triple digits.
So BGC might throw a party tonight, getting their first win.
Yes, sir.
Fun
Definitely.
intended, sir.
Party
man.
tonight for them. BGC
But they still
Builders.
have I think another game to play, or
I don't think they'll have another game to play, as they are officially out of
this
the...
is their last game.
Yes, they have played 4. And they will have a final record of 1-3, it does seem, as they end the season not making it to the postseason. And trying to inbound the ball right here. Adroit Sports just going to run out the clock, it seems. Getting it to Herman
great
Chan, gets a foul. Cervantes there, just delaying the end of the game just a little bit.
Foul number 15, Ivan Cervantes.
And who's your player of the game here, Jen? Who's been, outstanding for BGC Builders?
I think I'd have to give it to Marlon Monte. 28 big points.
Great second quarter for him, 14 points and 5 assists just in the second quarter. Comes up with 28 points. He's my player of the game as well.
He actually finished the third quarter with 23 and 6, and also 3 rebounds and a steal.
So 15-point lead for BGC. They do seem like they're pushing for the 100-point mark. As many of the teams that has faced Adroit Sports has done so. Samonte to Cervantes, left open, mid-range jumper, way off. Monty finds Doroteo, turns it over, and that will be the game. 96-81 is your final score. Adroit Sports fall to 0-3, while BGC Builders will pick up their one and only win in the Sports Click Filbasket International Championship Malaysia 2022. Going 1 of 3, they will have a party tonight, says Jan Reyes. I hope he's invited to that, so he can give us the lowdown of what happened there. Marlon Monty, the player of the game today, 28 points, and did he get to 10 assists? I'm not sure.
We have to wait for the final stat sheet.
Yes, but a great showing here for BGC Builders. Tete Teodoro, though, still the topic of discussion here after not being able to come back from a bad game here. Perhaps still feeling the effects of fatigue. Only 8 points today, 2 3-pointers and a 2-pointer. Jen Reyes, what do you have from the game here?
It's really the 3-point field goals being forced by
We have here our player of the game, Marlon Monte from the BGC Builders. So Marlon, congratulations to you and the BGC Builders. Now tell us, what are the emotions running through your head now that you finally have your first victory in this tournament?
We're very happy na kasi nakuha namin yung first win namin. In the last 3 games, nag-struggle kami. Kaya ngayon, masaya kami kasi nakuha namin yung unang panalo namin.
Now, do you have a message to anyone who could be watching you in the live stream today?
First of all, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord God sa binigay niyang panalo, sa sumusuporta sa BGC team, sa Philippines, sa family ko, sa Bulacan, nanay ko, mga kapatid ko, mga anak ko, especially baby ko, si Baby M, Lebron, si Marla, si Arnie, Estrella family, and Monte family.
Sure, those people are very proud of you. And now, let's turn it over to the panel.
Thank you very much, Janine. And as we look at the full game statistics, we do get confirmation that Marlon
Monte almost had a triple-double, so he was flirting with the triple-double right there.
Wow.
Comes with 28 points and 10 assists and also 7 big rebounds, also with a steal and shooting really well from the field goal. 67% for Marlon Monte, but as we look at the final game stats here for both teams,
67 3-pointers, Jen. 67 3-pointers from 100 shots from the field. Exactly 2/3 of their shots coming from outside the arc.
Yes, and they only committed actually 8 turnovers and BGC committing 17, so that's a bit surprising. And I hope Adroit Sports can work on this, not really forcing too much 3-point field goals, and because since they're very efficient from the 2-point area and down the paint, so that's
they should focus
that just
more.
shows the result of their 31%
field goal
shooting
for
the field.
For sure, for sure. So 96-81 is your final score for the first game of day 4 at the Sports Click Filbasket International Championship. As you enjoy these final highlights from the game, this has been Ming on the mic, as well as Jen Reyes, our analyst, and for our courtside reporter Janine Sakao Have a good night and stay tuned to the live stream for the next game. MBC taking on Pegasus.
That's going to be
Close
an
one?
exacting game. Pegasus versus MBC.
Every single game involving Pegasus is going to be an exciting
Yeah.
one. But join us more in the next game for that one. Thank you very much and have a nice day.